This is Dr. Vaishali and I'm reading from the book Structure, book written by Dr. Rajan Sankaran. Book name is Structure, Experience with the Mineral Kingdom. Topic is column 9, overview of the column 9, understanding of column 9. There is no longer any resistance or opposition from the outside. The structure is near perfect but just a little short of perfection. In column 9, the structure is capable of facing opposition, but it should be absolute and complete. The issue now is completing one structure and making it perfect in terms of either protection, performance, or handling the responsibility. If it is not perfect and there is a failure, it leads to great humiliation. They have success in sight, are very close to perfection, and need to work on finer detail, just give last minute finishing touch. They are scared of failure, particularly of making a mistake at the last moment. The fear of failure and the anticipatory anxiety is similar to that one experienced before a big performance or before some big task. For these remedies, it is the stage of refining, perfecting the structure without support. There is no longer a need to be tough or hard. It is the final step. Keywords are of the column 9: absolute, am I really good, complete, failed miserably, failure and success, final presentation, finishing touch, it should be perfect, quality work, self-humiliation, self-mortification, sense of perfection, success in sight, what if I don't succeed? Expression of individual element of the column 9 are for cobalt, row 4, issue of the security task, job and work. I can face the opposition and defend myself, but doubt whether my protection is absolute and complete or not. Rhodium, the row 5, issue of facing new creativity and performance. Here, is my creation complete? Is it perfect? What if I don't succeed in doing something new? They are ready, but there is a self-doubt about making one last-minute mistake. The feeling is that they will never reach to the top position and will never be appreciated. As it is like a column 10 issues, no reached at the top, a stage before the palladium, which belongs to column 10. We will see in next column. Now iridium, row 6, issue of the responsibility. What if I don't succeed in my responsibility? The person is ready, but there is a self-doubt about making one last minute mistake. In column 10, not reached at the top, a stage before platinum, which belongs to the column 10. Now column 10 is what? Nicolium, palladium and platinum. Now understanding of the column 10, the structure is now complete. One is successful. In this remedy, the structure can function at its optimum level. Now the performance is much better. There is a combination of strength with several more properties that make the structure functions optimally. Keyword of the column 10 are success, failure, achievement, appreciation, high, pinnacle, yes, I have done it, pressure, ability, defend, overstrain. Now comparison with the column 8 with 9 and column 10 with column 18, which are mentioned in this table. Now expression of individual element of the column 10 are for nickel, row 4, issue of security task, job and work. I am successful in protecting myself and others. There is a strong need to fight for others and to protect them. It may be against injustice or any form of harm by antisocial element. It strives to reach the perfection of security. The ideal example would be a policeman. Expert from the proving of the Nicolum from the soul of remedy. The dreams of this Nicolum are: dream lost, guided by the policeman when lost in a strange place. Dream protecting, wanted to protect a young boy who fell overboard. Now dreams police, she must tell that her brother killed her sister. These are the dreams of Nicolum, which confirm that they have a theme of policeman. Now Palladium, row 5, the issue of facing the new creativity and performance. I am successful in doing something new, pursuing a creative activity and getting appreciated for my novel creation. They lay great emphasis on what other people think about them. Hence, their efforts are directed towards gaining the good opinion of others, and failing which they feel insulted and neglected. Rubrics are, for Palladium, rubrics are: delusion appreciated, he is not; delusion insulted, he is; and delusion neglected, he is. Now next is Platinum, row 6, issue of responsibility. I am successful in taking an responsibility for others and myself. I am successful leader. They are at the pinnacle of the power and success. Now next is the column 11, which includes the cuprum, argentinum and aurum. Understanding of the column 11, the structure stand by itself. Will it maintain itself in adverse circumstances? Necessity of maintaining his or her successful position, holding on it and defending it against any attack. They need to maintain their position of success, and they put in a constant effort to maintain that position with a high degree of performance, much higher than the column 10. They fear that at any time they could lose their successful position, so they are in a constant stage of high stress and tension. Not the ease of as in the column 10. Out of this fear, the caliber of their performance become even more higher. They also have a need to reach an even higher level of success. And keyword are maintain, control, hold on, defense, keep it up, defend, attack, preserve, ordeal, critical, performance, responsibility and striking. Expression of individual element of the column 11 are, for the cuprum, row 4, the issue of the security task, job and work. They have reached a level of success as far as security is concerned, both financially as well as feeling protected in order to both financially as well as feeling protected, right? In order to maintain their position, they have to keep up their defense. They are tested by intermittent attack to their structure, so they are always ready to attack back or defend. Keyword of cuprum are striking, defend and attack. Cuprum is always anticipating some kind of attack. Therefore, one of the favorite occupation of cuprum is martial art, because they want to be ready in case of an attack. This is one expression of their desire to maintain their defense and security. Therefore, the symptom also come in attack, episodic like convulsion, cramps, etc. Similarly, some may be interested in firearms. There is also need to perform constantly in their job. Now next is argentum. Here the issue of facing the new creativity and performance. They are successful in performance, but their performance is tested, and in order to be appreciated and maintain the position, they must keep up to their standard in every creative venture or the performance. The feeling is, am I good enough? I will be appreciated only if I perform. They believe any one bad performance will bring them down from the successful position. And keyword for the Argentinum is our main word is performance. Silver is the best conductor of heat and the electricity. It is quite possible that we will be able to make even better conductor using silver than we presently doing or using the copper. Similarly, we note that in these people their nerves are extra quick and their utility is much more than for attack and the defense, exactly like in a cuprum. They have a quick perception of the reaction to the new and are the best performer. Next one is aurum. It is a gold. It has an issue of the responsibility, row 6. They have reached to the top position and they have to maintain this position by handling responsibility in every circumstances. Every crisis is a test for their ability to keep control, take charge, and to keep their position, whether they are capable of running an organization or whether they can stand on their own. The feeling is, are you good enough? The feeling is of a leader who assumes even more responsibility than necessary. The situation is like of prime minister of a country who has already been chosen as a leader and reached the top position but need to maintain this position by constantly maintaining a certain standard. So for example, they may handle all the responsibility personally so as not to risk losing the confidence of others and himself. Another example would be the king of Ashoka said that his responsibility was to look after not only the material welfare but also the spiritual welfare of his people. He began preaching Buddhism and at the height of his power, not only he himself became a Buddhist monk but he also made his son and daughter to do the same. Like Argentinum have the feeling I am very great performer or the singer, but if I make a mistake I will lose my position. So I have to always be alert not to lose it. The same story with the aurum. I have a good reputation as a good leader, but I must not lose their confidence in me. In parliament democracy, when the prime minister does something wrong, then they pass a vote of no confidence against him. That is the most scary things for the prime minister, that people will lose their trust in him, that he will lose his position. So keyword for the aurum is responsibility. Column 12, where the zinc, cadmium and the mercury. Understanding of the column 12, there is a constant attack on the structure. According to there is a constant fight to prevent it from being damaged. Constant vigilance and constant alertness, restlessness, betrayal, they start to have an enemy now. There is a beginning of fear, the fear of structure getting damaged, getting finished and going down. They feel constantly threat to their structure. In cuprum there is attack is intermittent and here the threat of being betrayal, destroy, cheated, robbed and plotted against them. They start to have an enemy now. So they are on the constant watch, constant lookout, constant vigilance and have a constant alertness. This makes them very restless and hurried and impatient. They fight constantly but not always successfully. Means they have an unsuccessful effort. Keywords are threat, attack, struggle, alert, vigil, constant watch, unsuccessful effort, hurried, impatient, restlessness, fast, fighting and battle. Expression of individual element of the column 12 are, one is zincum, where the issue of security, task, work and job. Constant attack to their position of the security and protection and in the difficulty and it is difficult for them to handle this anymore. Thus they are alert, agile and defensive all the time, making constant effort to see that they don't lose their structure or the security. They are also very restless, trying to preserve their position. This feeling can compare to the feeling as if robber is right outside their house. Now second is cadmium. Row 5 issue of the facing new creativity and the performance. Their talent, creativity, performance is constantly threatened or attacked, and thus they need to be very alert to maintain it so they don't go to the zero. It become increasingly difficult to maintain their performance, but they make constant effort to maintain it. Anyway, there are many unsuccessful effort. Next is Mercury, row 6 issue of the responsibility. They feel a constant threat from the enemies around them to take their power and position away. They are not able to maintain it easily, so they are constantly alert and make a lot of effort to maintain their position. There are many unsuccessful efforts. Rubrics in the complete repertoire are, especially for Mercury, are delusions surrounded by enemy. Now we are going to compare cuprum, zincum and mercury. In cuprum there is a column 11 and row 4 has an intermittent anxiety. In zincum it is a column 12 and row 4 has a constant anxiety as if the robber is right outside the house. And in mercury the column 12 and 6th row has a threat from all sides all the time. Column 13, gallium, indium and thallium. Understanding of column 13, the structure is under severe attack. The loss is imminent. It is not question of whether it will happen, but when it is going to happen. Superhuman effort are needed to maintain it. Delaying the disaster, not whether but when. Holding on, but how long can hold on? Fear of failure. The feeling is like a juggler who must be constantly alert, where the constant coordination, control and monitoring are necessary. Other examples are holding the fort under severe attack or the captain of the sinking ship. These people have to make intense efforts so that the things in question doesn't slip away. He needs superhuman effort to control matter and is always on the edge. There is a fear of some imminent, drastic, impending disaster or the doom. There is a sinking feeling as if their position is about to slip away. The same feeling as when the tsunami tidal waves are headed towards you. There is a fear of losing what he has and fear of failure. Keywords are here: going down, sinking, losing, hold, losing control, losing hold, vigilance, monitoring, prevention, imminent, high alert, coordination and incoordination, control, holding on, under pressure. Here is the table for the comparison of column 12 and 15. The expression of individual element for the column 13 are: for the gallium, row 4 issue of security task, job and work. There is an imminent loss of protection and security, just like the robber has attacked and the loss is imminent. In the cuprum, the feeling is that the robber attacked intermittently, and in zincum there is a constant attack by the robber, while in this gallium there is robber has attacked and the loss is imminent. And now next is indium, row 5 issue of the facing the new creativity and the performance. Here my failure as a creative person is imminent. My next effort performance could be a complete failure. I have to be very vigilant to prevent or postpone this. Now from Fata Materia Medica, it has some reputation in the treatment of the epilepsy when the attack are preceded by furious excitable disposition followed by the melancholy, timidity and mildness, or there is a peculiar undulating sensation in the brain with the obscurations of the vision, or a sensation as if the brain were frozen before the attack. This is the This is mentioned in the Patak Material Medica for indium. Rubric R. Dreams animal of bull chased by a mad. The single remedy for this bull chased by a mad bull chase him. Dream country foreign. Dream danger escaping from fruitless effort. Dream lost forest as in. Dream lost mountain in the. This is a single rubric for the dreams lost mountain in the. Now next is thallium. Row 6, issue of the responsibility. Impending loss of power or the control. Impending disaster to the position of power and moment. There is a need for complete and total control. They have to be constant, vigilant and monitoring. They cannot delegate things to anybody and they feel tremendous constant and intense stress. The situation of thallium is like that of the captain of the sinking ship. This is all about column 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13.